So we've already touched on this, but where do you see yourself going in the future?
It's a really tough question, but I think that any great, business person or musician always has a plan or a vision of where they see things going. Personally, I believe as long as my shoulders, don't give out on me, I'd love to keep playing 10 years from now. 10 years from now, I'd love to keep playing. I'd love to keep playing with Jim Kilpatrick in Shots and Dykehead. And most importantly, I'd love to keep progressing musically, and myself. I love the challenge that every year brings in terms of trying new ideas. Whether it be trying two different bass drums or tuning to new notes on the bagpipe, or trying new visual ideas on how we enhance things rhythmically. That excites me a lot, and I really hope that I'm able to keep sort of expanding on all those ideas as even just for me personally. It may not be for everyone. Some people may think some of the ideas are over the top or stupid, or I'm okay with that. For me personally, I need to keep trying new things and expanding musically. And I think Shots and Dykehead is a great environment in which to do that at this particular point in time. And I can only hope that Jim Kilpatrick, shares the same vision of continuing and keeping going, so that we can accomplish those things together. In terms of the business, I definitely see some better, more innovative, using more space age materials. I see tenor drum beaters taking a whole new dimension in the future, and I can promise you I'll be at the forefront of that. And the whole thing just excites me in terms of creating what I see in my head and what I believe other tenor, modern day bass and tenor drummers would love to have. And that's my other passion, is being able to create drumsticks that allow us to create better music. And then that's the ultimate goal for me in the end, is to be able to create the ultimate tenor drum beater. And I'll probably die trying to achieve that. And so that's where I see things falling.
What about workshops and teaching? Will you continue?
I would love to keep doing workshops. I find it absolutely exhausting being on the road all the time, but I wouldn't have it any other way. It's the way that it's what makes me happy, and it's truly what where my passion lies as well. Is being on the road, sharing what I've learned along the way with other people. Can I see going forever? I would love to say yes, but I think that at my age, it's definitely not something I'm going to be able to do forever. So it's my job to leave the tools in place for people to learn without me necessarily being there. And that's something I'm going to strive for as well, is being able to ensure that the educational products, or more importantly, just services, are available to other people. In other words, all the tools I wish I had growing up, making sure that they're left and readily available to other people, so that I don't necessarily physically need to be there to share, my perspective on something, or share, the way I want to approach the tenor drum. That it's readily available there for someone in an isolated geographic location, or someone that I wasn't able to be with right away, to ensure that they can learn without me necessarily being there, or anyone else necessarily being there. So I see that as being the next step in terms of videos or podcasts or what have you. I see that being the future of the education of tenor drumming.
So outside of drumming, what keeps Tyler Fry busy?
I knew that question was coming. To be 100% honest, I'm on the road so much, and all I'm ever thinking about at this particular stage of my life is how tenor drumming and tenor drumming related products can be better. I don't actually have a lot of time for much else, but I love to spend time with my close family and friends. I love to while I'm on planes, I read a lot, and to be honest, I don't do a lot outside of what I do right now. I know I can't do this forever, so I want to maximize the amount of time I have to invest my time and energy into things that really mean the most to me, and that is tenor drumming. So tenor drumming is my life.
All right, Tyler. So now we're going to play a game called word association.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to say a word to you, and I want you to describe the word using only one word yourself. So we're going to start off using Jim Kilpatrick.
Amazing.
Mom and Dad.
Supportive.
Tom Cruise.
Hollywood.
Craig Calhoun.
Tough.
Kincardine, Ontario.
Beautiful.
World Championships.
Fun.
Donkey.
Really? Me right now?
Only one word.
Me?
All right. Well, thanks, Tyler, for playing the game and for doing this interview with us. It was really good to have you here.
Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it. Thank you.